Hello.
Hi, welcome to the Q&A from the stay-at-home LuciferCon, and I'm so thankful that you wanted to be here today.
It's my pleasure. You guys are the best. I love all the Lucifer fans. You guys have been great to me.
So while the people are starting to pop up, how are you doing? How's
I'm good. I'm good. It's kind of an overcast day out here in Los Angeles. The sun's trying to peek through, but we're doing okay. Getting through the whole coronavirus thing. I hope you and your family are well, and everybody that's tuning in. I hope everyone's doing well. Yeah, I'm okay. I'm doing good.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, we've got some people popping in. So I would like to
Okay.
start with some distract questions. Please don't think
Sure. Do you want to wait?
Sorry.
Do you want to wait until some more people show up, or do you want to just jump right in?
Let's see. Yeah, they're dripping in, so I guess we could start with this. Yeah.
Okay.
Let's go ahead.
All right.
So these are the questions. Please don't think too hard on the answer, and you can give
I don't. I won't. I promise.
and you can give an
It's Saturday. I can't think very hard today.
Okay. Well, that's good for now. So first, winter or summer? Oh wait.
Ooh.
What do you mean? One moment. They say they can't hear us. That is odd.
Hmm.
They say they can't hear. Okay, wait. Then it might be this setting. Is it better like that, everyone? Sound is good. Okay. Yeah, let's move ahead like this. They say it's good again.
Everyone's good. Hey, everybody.
So winter or summer? Right, that was the question. Sorry.
Winter or summer? It's a good one. Well, I like. I guess. I guess I'd have to say summer, but I do love Christmas time. So yeah, I'll say summer.
Well, then next question was Christmas or Thanksgiving?
Oh, Christmas.
Christmas.
I love Christmas.
Early morning or late night?
Late night.
Twitter or Instagram?
Twitter.
And last one.
Twitter. Follow me at John J Tague at Twitter.
Yes. And last
Same
one.
thing on Instagram too.
Yeah, on Instagram and on Facebook, right?
Yeah, Facebook too. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I'm all over the place.
Last one, doing sports or watching sports?
Uh, watching sports.
Watching sports.
I mean, I work out. I work out every day, so I mean, I feel like I'm always doing something active. But I'm a big Notre Dame football fan. That's an American football team, for a college football team. So I love watching them play.
Okay, thanks. Some more open questions. If you own a restaurant, what kind of food would it serve?
Oh boy, I like Thai food. Probably Thai food. I like Indian food too. But yeah, I think I'd probably want to do a Thai food place. Yeah.
What do you do to get rid of hiccups?
Peanut butter.
Sorry, peanut butter.
Peanut butter. Yep. Works every single time. Try it. Take a little scoop. You're good to go.
Sounds like a good plan. I'll think of that next time.
It is. It works. It really works. Try it. If you have the hiccups, try it and then tweet me and see if it worked. I'm telling you, it'll work.
Thanks. And
Okay.
if someone narrated your life, who would you want to narrate it?
Someone narrated my life. Who? Bono.
Bono? Ooh,
Yeah, why not?
great. Let's see how if people have popped up. Yeah, Cheryl Adams asks, did you have any idea of the craziness you were in for when you did your episode? And if not, how did it feel to be welcomed as you were in the fandom?
I had no idea what I was getting into. No, I had no idea that it was going to get as crazy as it did, and it was so much fun. The whole experience, getting to talk to everyone on Twitter and being a part of the Save Lucifer campaign was a lot of fun. And then everything that happened after that was even crazier with the whole the TV Scoop Award nomination and just the love that you guys threw my way. I never experienced anything like that in my life, and I'll never forget it.
Great.
Best. I love you guys. I fucking love you guys. You guys are the best ever. I tell everybody anytime I do an interview or anytime I'm in conversation and somebody asks me about working on Lucifer, I always say that emphasis on that show is got to be the best I've ever seen in my life.
That's awesome.
So thank you.
Well, thank you for being a part of it and for being like such a great person as well. It's just
No, you're more than welcome. Yeah.
Lisa Quaccarelli, she asks, what's your favorite interaction on Lucifer?
What's my favorite interaction on Lucifer? I really liked working with Kevin Alejandro as a director on that show. That was working with him was a lot of fun. He's an actor's director. He's very kind. He's a very he supports the actor a lot, and he always had a great attitude, and he would give me hugs. He must have hugged me about 100 times on set that day, and he was a great guy to work with, and I felt really lucky to be able to work with him. So that was probably my favorite interaction. Working with the scene was with Lauren German, and that was a lot of fun. I didn't get a lot of time to talk to her, but the time that I did have to talk to her was really great. Everybody was really great. I met most of the cast during the table read, and everybody else, and they were all super nice. Just really great people, and all the writers and the producers that were there at the table read were really cool too. I really enjoyed them a lot. Yeah. But yeah, I would say Kevin would probably be the guy that I had the most fun interacting with.
Okay, so you say he was an actor-director. How is that different from other directors?
Well, most directors are very technical, and they're really concentrated on camera angles and the lights and setting up the shot and all that stuff. So they don't focus too much. Maybe I shouldn't say that. A lot of times they're so concentrated on the technical aspects that they're not really paying much attention to maybe what the actor needs. And a good director knows how to juggle both things, knows how to talk to an actor and also talk to his crew and get the shot and make everything come together. I felt like Kevin did a great job, running that set that day and was great with me and made me feel really comfortable. One of the jobs a director has to, do is making your performers feel comfortable so that they can give the best performance possible on camera.
That's hear. You've directed some episodes yourself as well, right? The Rolling Soldier.
Yeah, I have a web series called The Rolling Soldier, which is on YouTube. If you want to check it out, you can type in The Rolling Soldier. There's 7 episodes. I wrote, directed, starred. I did all the post-production work. I did the music. The only thing I didn't do was hold the camera or the microphone. It took a year to shoot and another year to do all the editing and post production work, and it was probably the smartest thing I've ever done, because of that show, I was starting to get recognized and able to be seen for other shows that were in the similar type of vein. My show, the Rolling Soldier, is kind of a spy thriller, and I was able to kind of get work on the Blacklist, and I audition all the time for shows like SWAT and shows that are kind of in that vein. That's kind of like where I live. That's my, and it was nice to be able to play the cop on Lucifer, because it fit in with what I do, which is, I play kind of intense characters, and I run around a lot and scream and yell. So yeah, if you want to check it out, it's on YouTube. It's I'm thinking about doing live streaming a Q&A and doing a watch party, maybe in a week or so. But I'll make sure I let everybody know, and hit me up if you're interested in doing that, and we'll make it happen.
Yeah, it sounds really cool.
Yeah.
In your podcast, you indeed talk about creating your own content.
Yes.
Do you consider this really a part of being an actor, or is it separate? And what do you like most?
Yeah, well, my podcast, The John Tague Show, you can find that on iTunes or Spotify. And I talk to other actors and other filmmakers. Really important, if you're an actor or somebody who's trying to become an actor, to create your own content and learn how to use cameras and learn how to do editing and all those things on your own, and just shoot and create stuff, because there's so much opportunity now, and the more you know about other aspects of filmmaking, the better actor you're going to be. It just, now everybody's starting to kind of come to grips with the whole idea that, making your own thing is really the best way to break into the industry, because nobody's going to do it for you. If you're going to sit around and wait for the phone to ring and think you're going to get cast in something, it's just not going to happen. And so I always tell actors that they need to be proactive and get out there and create. I don't care if you're shooting on an iPhone or what, it doesn't matter. Just you make sure that you're always making something, always working on your craft, learning how things work on a set. And the best way to learn is on the job and doing it yourself. So I'm a big advocate of that. I talk about it a lot on my podcast, and I think that it's, it's the way actors are going to have to start looking at their careers now, in my opinion, especially people that are kind of up and coming, or have never acted before and are like, how do I get on a show? Well, you got to create something so people can see you and figure out who you are. And it's also really important to be, I think, self-aware of who you are as an actor, and figure out what you're good at. That was a long answer. Sorry.
No problem. And which part of creating content and acting and everything around it do you like most?
The acting.
The acting itself.
Everything else around it, to me, is challenging. And I like doing it, but I prefer to be acting. I'd much rather be acting than doing all the other stuff. But because I'm doing that other stuff, I'm learning, and it's all about constantly learning. And as you're learning how to do this one thing, it makes you better at what you're doing in front of the camera. I've because I had to do all the post work on my show, I had to look at myself in the scenes when I was editing, and I had to figure out, okay, what angle looks good. Maybe I shouldn't be licking my lips so much, when so like little things like that, you start to pick up and go, oh, those are things that don't look good on camera that I can improve on by watching myself. Another long answer. Sorry about that.
No problem. We have the time. Let's see. We have a question from Cheryl Adams. No, wait. Yeah,
Hey,
Cheryl
Cheryl.
Adams. What's going on with the Dark Road?
The Dark Road. I'm in the process now of pitching that. So I'm taking it around. I'm taking the script and the trailer that we shot and trying to get meetings to bring it to a network and see if anybody wants to, pick it up. That's pretty much where that is right now. And because of, the coronavirus and this whole thing, Hollywood is pretty much shut down. So nobody's really taking any meetings. But I'm going to see if I can try to get some online and see if there's something I can do, while we're all at home. I think it's a good show. I think it's a great idea. I think it'll be if somebody decides to pick it up, I think it would be awesome, and I think that people would really like it. So I think it's a winner. It's just a matter of me finding the right people to work with at the moment with it. It's a lot of work, and it's something that it's an area that I'm not familiar with. I'm used to being the actor that comes in and acts and auditions for a role. I'm not used to pitching a television show. It's a completely different thing altogether. Yeah. So we'll see. Hopefully somebody will pick it up soon. And yeah. Thank you for asking. It's a very important part of what I'm doing right now. So it's very close to me.
In the comments, they also say that they hope someone picks it up soon. So fingers crossed.
Oh, good. Yeah, I hope so too. Yeah. Like, please, God, something, anything, help me.
You mentioned the coronavirus and sitting at home. What's it like for an actor to be in lockdown like this? How do you spend your day?
It's awful. I mean, look, I'm lucky that I have a nice, life where I have the luxury of being able to stay home and not go out. But it is hard because I had 3 projects that were supposed to be shooting, starting at the end of March. And then there was one that was going to be in April. And then there was another that was going to be in May. And they've all been pushed back. And hopefully they'll happen. But, making movies is hard. And I just hope that nothing gets canned. So yeah, that's the hard part about all this. And, I've had to do auditions. I do a lot of self-tape auditions. I'm in my self-tape studio right now where sometimes casting directors will ask you to put yourself on tape for something at home. And we, probably going to start seeing a lot more of that now. As actors, we're going to be asked to audition for more things at home because you can't go out. So it's a challenge, but everyone will get through it. And I've been writing a lot, trying to come up with some new ideas for some things, and maybe I'll hit you guys up soon and let you know what's going on with that. But other than that, it's just getting through the whole day-to-day thing here in coronavirus land. So, yeah.
So many of us tend to spend our time watching Netflix or somewhere else for series. Do you have a series that you really love to watch?
I just watched Picard, Star Trek Picard, and on CBS All Access, and I loved it. I thought it was amazing. I'm a big Star Trek fan, and that show is great. They did such an amazing job, and I'm not gonna lie, I cried at the end of the season 1 finale, and because I love Picard, I love Star Trek. What else have I been watching? I was watching Tiger King on Netflix. That's interesting. And what else? The Outsider on HBO was really good. I really like that a lot. I'd like to be on that. I'd like to do a show like that. That's kind of my wheelhouse. And there's so many shows that now I get to catch up on. I'm just going to have to start making a list. I've been catching up on a lot of movies lately, which has been nice.
Anyone stand out?
The man. What was it? 1917. I just saw that. That was amazing. I mean, that's an amazing movie. I don't understand how that didn't win the Academy Award this year. I don't get it. It blew my socks off. What else did I watch that I really liked? I liked Knives Out a lot. That was good. Yeah. I mean, I can't really think of anything else at the moment. I got a lot of catching up to do. There's a lot of shows that I've got to catch up on. Yeah.
Great. Let's see, because we're slowly running towards the end.
Oh wow, this went by quick.
Yeah. Then we get any more questions in the chat. No, not really. Maybe maybe over here. Also not really, right? No. Okay. Then back to the list.
Okay.
What would your dream role be? Like, if you could play anything, what would you prefer to do? What would?
Well, my dream role probably would be the character that I'm writing for the Dark Road right now. But I'd also, like to do I've always wanted to do a cowboy movie. So I'd like to do a cowboy movie. Be a cowboy.
You're already on your way with the bandana, right?
Yeah, yeah. That's my lame attempt of trying to not get sick. But I don't have. It's so hard to get a mask. So that's all I had. But yeah, I'd like to play a cowboy or I don't know, something sci-fi related. Something on Star Wars, like The Mandalorian or something like that. That would be really cool.
Great. I saw a question on Twitter pop up. Let's see where it is. Margie Oxley says, your podcasts are amazing. Do you plan to continue them, or is there an end date in mind?
Hello. I'm having a good time with it. So there's, I'm not planning on stopping anytime soon. Thanks for listening. And Margie's been great. She's been a big, fan of the podcast, and she's always retweeting it and giving me props. So thank you very much for doing that. And I hope to someday. I think you're in Australia.
Maybe should be looking out for. Like, you've got the Dark Road, hopefully coming soon.
Well, let's see. One of a film that I worked on a little while ago called Mona is going to be at the Beverly Hills Film Festival. That got pushed back because of coronavirus, so they might not do that until probably, I guess maybe, I don't know when the date is on that. There's a project I'm involved in called Civil Disobedience, which I think will be really cool. It's a kind of a current social events type of anthology short film series that we're going to do. I'm looking forward to that. Consequences web series season 2, that's done. That should be hopefully coming out soon. If you haven't checked out the first season of that, it's a lot of fun too. Consequences. It's about a bunch of African scammers, kind of like the Nigerian prince scammers. But what they do is that it's kind of a Robin Hood, where the rich and give to the poor, and I'm involved in it, and it's a lot of fun. I've had a great time. We're on 2 seasons of that now, so that's out. Well, second season isn't out. First season is out. So go watch first season. But other than that, like I said, I had things lined up, but they've been pushed back. So we're just waiting to see what happens. But as far as television goes, Light as a Feather, you can watch me on Light as a Feather on Hulu. That's a great show. I'm in a couple of episodes of that. I play Liana Liberato's father on that show, who's great. And that's it for now, I think. Yeah.
Okay. Last question then. Is there anything you'd like to say to the people who are now in lockdown, stuck at home, feeling a bit down? Anything you want to say to them too?
We're gonna get through it. It's gonna be a rough couple weeks, but we're gonna get through it. It's everyone's stressed out about it. There's no work. I'm sure people have lost jobs, and some people, might not be the kind of person that likes to be at home by themselves. And if you're alone, and you need to reach out, hit me up with a DM on Twitter, and I'll say hi, and I don't know, try to make your day a little bit brighter. But don't give up, and there's hope, and we're almost, it's going to be a little rough, but we'll get through it. And just look out for each other and be kind to one another. Check in on your neighbors, make sure they're okay, and especially if they're older, and see how they're doing, and keep the lines of communication open, and just keep talking to each other.
Thank you so much. I think that's marking the end of our Q&A.
Okay. That was a lot of fun. Thank you for having me. Like I said before, you guys, the Lucifer fan base has been amazing. You guys are such great people. You've done a lot for me, and I really appreciate it. And find me on Twitter and Instagram, and send me a message. I'd love to hear from you.
Okay, well, thank you very much for being on here. It sure was a lot of fun.
You're a sweetheart. Thank you for having me.
Okay, then I'm gonna end the stream.
Okay.